disaster. And now I would like to invite our chairperson, Dr. Vimota Kieu Wongpachan from the National University of Laos. Please give a round of applause.
Okay. Yeah, this is Takayatsuga from NICT Japan. Thank you, Chair. I introduced recent NICT's activity for space weather research and operation. So space weather is one of the important, space weather forecast is important to prevent or mitigate of the disaster due to space weather, such as the solar flares and also magnetic storms and also ionospheric disturbances. So this is the current space weather operation. So we have the every day. So we have a daily briefing to determine the space weather forecast. Gathering in NICT headquarters in Tokyo. So all the researchers and the engineers gathered here, and then I'll discuss about the 24 the space weather in 24 hours. And provided this result forecast report in the website, and they are also disseminated by email. So the domestic users is a satellite operator, aviation office, and the companies and power supplier, HF telecommunicator, broadcasters, and GNSS service provider, and the users, and the resource survey, and they also many researchers. So we use the data of our own observation of the ionosphere, and also solar radio telescope in Kagoshima. And then, so we installed all this ionospheric instrument that is an ionozone in the four sites, Hokkaido, Tokyo, and Kagoshima, Okinawa. And also using the old satellite data from in the world. So yeah, we started the 24/7 operation since 2019. So now we monitor some solar activities and the magnetic storm and ionospheric storm in 24 hours. Okay. So this is one of examples. So we have the large multiple X-class solar flares from May 8th to 15th this year. And this included the 7 X-class flares occurring within 74 hours. This is the first in record history since 1975. So the NICT issued an announcement or warning that the space environment around Earth could be significantly disturbed for several days, and due to the arrival of coronal mass ejection, CME. So this event had the potential to cause satellite malfunctions, GNSS positioning errors, and also HF communication disruption. So forecast information was posted on the NICT website. That press conference was held like this, and the information was disseminated to relevant organizations. So actually, the CME arrived at the time of our prediction time. And then in Japan, so some GNSS positioning errors and also HF disruption is actually occurred. And there are some news report this fact. Okay. So NICT not only the domestic observation, but also we make a Southeast Asian low latitude ionospheric network, Sea-Lion, collaborated with some ASEAN countries. And also we use a dense GNSS receiver network in Japan, and so make a two-dimensional total electron content ionospheric map like this. So we can see some fine structure of the variation of the ionosphere. So yeah, I talk about the in detail about sea lion. So sea lion, Southeast Asia low latitude ionospheric network. The main target of sea lion is a generation and propagation mechanism of equatorial plasma bubble, EPB. So equatorial plasma bubble is one of this, some disturbance, ionospheric disturbances. That causes GNSS satellite degradation, GNSS signal degradation, and causes a GPS scintillation. So users could not use the precise GNSS positioning, and there are sometimes there are no signal from the GNSS satellite. So this plasma bubble is occurred in low latitude or in the equatorial region frequently. So this is to predict and also monitoring of these plasma bubble is important for precise use precise GNSS positioning. Okay. So we installed the VHF radars and also GNSS receivers and ion zone and also magnetometer to observe these phenomena and also predict these phenomena. So this is some observational result of the radars and the GNSS receivers, ion zone and magnetic data. The characteristics occurrence mechanism were studied and published by several papers. And then using these ionospheric data, observational data, so we now developed application tool for that is the equatorial plasma bubble alert. So real-time EPB occurrence information obtained by auto detection of EPB signatures from the observation data. And the forecast information of EPB occurrence derived by integrating the observation model and model analysis. So future plan, so we also developed a data portal for data sharing between various projects. These are Sea Lion and also ASEAN IVO project. Yeah. Okay. So to predict the space weather phenomena, so we developed also some forecast models. Solar flare AI prediction and the physics-based flare model. And the Susano is a solar wind model, and so magnetospheric model, and the radiation belt, and the atmosphere ionosphere coupling model named Gaia. So using these models, so these models also use it for prediction of the in the daily briefing meeting. Okay. So these observational and also predict model data. We also developed application tools for users. So aviation dose assessment, WASABIs, so satellite surface changing assessment, secures, and aurora alert, and also HF propagation simulator. Okay. So I took the recent progress, 3 recent progress. So first one is a high energy particle sensor aboard Himawari 10. So Himawari 10 is a Japanese meteorological satellite, next meteorological satellite, planned to launch in 2029. And then, so we developed the engineering model of the high energy particle sensors. So already we finished the engineering model, and now just began to develop the plot-flight model. So, so we installed the high energy particles of the electrons and protons and also electrons to monitor the high energy particles over Japan. So also the second one is the development of NICT warning operation system for new warning criteria. So NICT has developed the warning operation system based on the new criteria that account for risks and potential damage to social infrastructures. So currently, our warning system is, we have already have some warning system, such as solar flares. So, but the criterion is the magnitude of the physical phenomena associated with space weather. So that is for example, solar flares. So we, if the X class, the X-ray flux is larger than X class, so we set the level 4 and disseminated the level 4's alert. But the users need a more useful criteria and the warning. So we now developed the, for example, so HF communication and the broadcasting. So we set levels of warning is a daytime sign, HF band total area disabled. Or level 2 is a daytime low frequency band is disabled. So we need to that's a criteria that account for risks and the potential damage to social infrastructure. So now is the development of the email distribution system is complete, and the distribution test currently underway. Distribution to the general public is scheduled for fiscal year 2024 fiscal year. The last one is contribution to international framework. So Asia Oceania Space Weather Alliance also was established in 2010, conducted by NICT to facilitate information exchange among space weather forecasting organizations in Asia Oceania region. So the first workshop was held in Chiang Mai, 2012. And then followed by China, Japan, Korea, Indonesia, and Malaysia. And last month, we have the 7th also workshop was held in Bangkok, Thailand. And then we have the more than 90 presentations from 19 countries. Yeah, this is group photos. Okay. So we now we have planned to space weather training program for some also and ASEAN countries in this fiscal years. Yeah. Okay, this summary of this my talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your presentation. So this is the time for question and comments, please.
Okay, very good work. Actually, I watched, there's flooding in north part of Thailand, and also in Spain right now. So it caused a lot of, damage. And, I watched the satellite from NASA, and we have the solar flare. I think last October, in 19.
Yep.
I think we have a lot of proton flux from the solar system,
yep.
Solar flare. So then I saw a lot of humidity in the atmosphere. I don't know. I see electron flux as well.
Yep.
So I just want to ask you. You can see the peak right there. So actually, the period will be around 10 to 11 years. For solar flare, but for us now, I've seen from the satellite from NASA, but not from you. It come directly to the Earth. This time that we got. So I don't know if there's possible explanation that from my point of view, proton is hydrogen ion, right?
High energy part.
No, hydrogen atom, but with ionized. So it lost one electron, but then we call it proton flux.
Yeah.
But actually it is hydrogen, right? Hydrogen plus. Then it comes to the Earth, and then you have the electron flux as well. And electron will come and charge the oxygen in the earth. If you have, for example, you have geomagnetic storm that could, make the magnetic field of the earth weaken. So I think this is my theory. I don't know if it's right, but then the hydrogen ion come and then oxygen ion together. It becomes the water, the moisture, the humidity. I saw a lot of humidity all over Spain and north part of Thailand. And then suddenly I see that there's a big difference of the pressure from the satellite.
Yeah.
And then we got something called rain bomb. I think there may be some correlation. I don't know if you could publish I mean, if I could look in your satellite and then I get the data from you directly. I think in Thailand we have Dr. Ruffalo, that he has the station for monitoring, like for X-ray, for cosmic ray in Doi Inthanon, right?
Yeah.
I think you know him. So yeah, and of course, if you know the accident in Thailand that, I know if you have a lot of X-ray, and if the X-ray incident on the cloud or on the earth, then everything will get charged. Then you have more electric fields. Then you get electrostatic discharge, ESD, easily. So in Thailand, there are some, I think you have to look at the news. There are students, and the driver, they just take the van, drive the van, and then they just hit a little bit. But it caused fire because, in my opinion, because of the ESD. And of course, around the world, you see a lot of fire. Then the two things come together for one big solar flare in the period of 10 years or 11 years. I don't know if my understanding is right or wrong, but I just want to share because, we have to be careful because this thing is not come from our earth. It's come from outside. It's come from the sun, and this year is very bad luck that it impacted the earth directly, as I could see. I mean, the solar flare didn't go anyway, but direct to the earth. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, later I thought. Yeah. So in some cases, for example, Maystone, in this case, X-rays are very high, but there is not so large in the high energy particles. So the event is different here. Maybe later we discuss about this.
Yes, thank you. Because it's time up, so thank you very much for presenter and audience. So the next topics I would like to invite the topics real-time tracking of flash flooding forecast using artificial neural networks by Sarah Kathryn. So correct me if your name is wrong, please.
Thank you, Chair, and very good mornings to all participants who joined the session today. My name is Suchit. I'm from Institute of Digital Technology under the Cambodia Academy of Digital Technology, CADT. So today is my pleasure and honor to present you all on my research project proposal on real-time tackling of flood forecasting using artificial neural network. So if we talk about the flash flood, it refers to a sudden or unexpected flooding that can occur within 6 hours, and often within 3 hours that it can occur from the heavy rainfall. And the other factors that can make the flash flood, it also from the dam break or the mudslide. So it occurs very quickly so that people can catch off guard and become a danger. It encounter with the high level and fast moving of waters. So as you can see in the pictures for the Cambodians, most provinces affected by the flash flood, especially for the province along the Mekong River. In 2020, flash flood affects up to 70,000 households that causing widespread economic loss and self-damage to infrastructure. It's in Cambodia alone. So the floods in significantly hinder economic developments and poverty reduction in lower Mekong basins with annual cost from 60 to 70 millions. Cambodia and Vietnam account for about 2/3 of the region total flood damage. And most countries along the Mekong rivers are very affected by the flooding, especially for the lower Mekong basin like Cambodian, Vietnam, etc. So our purpose of this research proposal is to develop and implement a comprehensive flooding prediction system that we can use the artificial neural network integrated with the IoT solutions for the flood risk assessment, monitoring, forecasting, and also provides the early warning that aims to prevent or mitigate the people suffer and economic loss. And for the forecasting and early warnings, we can provide daily information on the flash flood forecast for potential flooding that allow residents and authority to take necessary precaution. It also informs decision makings by artificial neural networks that we apply in this project for the flood forecasting system that can provide value data for decision making like evacuation plan, resource allocation, and also manage infrastructure. For long-term plans, we can identify the flood-prone areas and develop a strategy to mitigate the flash flood, encouraging information sharing and tailor a solution for a specific region. So in this project, we can provide us the monitoring system with a real-time forecasting and also provide a early warning system to people and a government or other authority agency to pre-prepare. So for the early warning system or EWS, as I'm planning here, I separated in 5 different phases from lows to up. The first layer is for the data access layer. In this process, in this project, I focus only on 2 sensors that can collect the real data, like from the rainfall sensor and also the water levels. And for the data integration layers, I mean that all the data will store in our database, that all information we collect from the sensor, and we can monitoring our data and also the station information. For the service layer, we will have the data pre-processing, and also with our data, we can do a flood forecasting module and a station mapping display module, and also the data query module. For the functional subsystem layer, we can make a flood forecasting subsystem, also a water level graphic subsystem, and also the station mapping subsystem. And the last, we will provide the end users as the applications and a warning system that it can provide through our mobile phone. So for the artificial neural network that we're planning here, we just focus on 2 main input data like rainfall and water level, but actually we have more parameters we can input like water flow sensor, etc. So the output that we want is to predict the water level for the next day, and to make on this process, I separated in 4 different phases. The first thing is for the data collection and pre-processing. In this phase, we need to collect the water level and also the rainfall from our sensors, so we can use that data to apply as a statistical model for a better understanding of our data. And phase 2, we start to do research on a method that we can training our time series data by apply with ANNs. So at the phase 3, we can add our modeling and training and tuning. So through artificial neural network, so we can use our data and also turn hyperparameters to get the best output of result. And at the phase 4, we will do the experimental validation and optimization, so we can deploy our sensors and also fit the real-time data through AN models. So based on MOC, Mekong River Commissions, they provide the 3 thresholds that can alert to the people. If the water levels, it can start from 0 to 3 meters, mean that it's safe for the people. But if the water level is moved from the 3 meters to 10 meters, it can be flood, especially for most countries that along the lower Mekong basins. But if the water level is moved up from 12 meters, it means that definitely it has floods. So in EWS system, we will integrate with IoT solutions, so we can use our device that can install at any place that we think that it more often or affected by flood. And then all the data will send through cellular phone networks, especially for the place that already have the mobile phone network that can be transmit, and all that data will store on clouds, and then we will use that data to process through the ANN models that can be predicts the water levels. And lastly, we will have the application and also the a system that we can monitor it in real time. So to implement in these projects, I separated in 5 steps. The first thing is we need to collect our data, like what I mentioned earlier, that our data we collect from the sensor only from the water level and also the rainfall. And we use that data to apply with machine learning or artificial intelligence. But in here, I propose only to use with ANN's, artificial neural network. And then the third step, we need to use the real-time data for our monitoring system and also configuration, because in this process, it means that we need to collect the data from our sensors, and then we will use the data to train our model. And next step, we need to integrate it with both things. I mean, in real time to collect the data from our device, and then use ANN to predict the forecast. And the fourth step is to training and flood prediction, because at this step we need to deploy our IoT device that we can collect and send the data. And lastly, we will have the user application and a prototype. It can be sent through mobile phone, or it can be checked on app for our data. So the impacts of these projects, it will enhance safety and also reduce the financial loss and improve emergency response, and also public awareness and preparedness. And also it will improve the prediction accuracy, and our data it can provide in real-time monitorings, and also can enhance decision makings, because we apply with ANN models. And also the data utilization, it can be collect our data in real time, and it can be shared through other sectors that they involve in this project too. So the expected outputs in this project, the first one is to develop the flash flood prediction system that we can apply with the artificial neural network, and also with IoT solutions that for the risk assessment and also early warning that can provide a daily forecast and alert to potential floods, enable resident and authority that aim to reduce the suffer and economic losses. And second, to investigate the existing research and also literature on the technological advance in ANNs and their application for a real-time flash flood forecasting. And this will enhance the decision support system for emergency management, environmental science, and also hydrology. So third is to examine the impact of precise flash flood forecast on the community safety and also emergency response system, highlighting potential benefit for local communities, such as enhanced disaster preparedness and also improves the response strategy. So four is to provide a decision maker so that it can process every 15 minutes, so to anticipate and mitigate the flash flood risk. So the lastly is to explore the collaboration opportunity among the academy, industry, and also the government toll agency. So in conclusions, this project is to develop a flash prediction system using ANN by integrate with IoT for risk assessment, monitoring, forecasting, and also early warning, and also provide a daily update data on flash flood to help resident and authority for preparedness. It gives decision making and also improve the system capability. And this project also create opportunity for collaboration among key institutions and improve the flash flood forecasting, and also for the collaboration research to ensure a better preparedness and response. So that's all for my presentation, and thank you. Welcome for your question and suggestion.
Yes, thank you for your presentation and for the question. Please give the microphone to him.
Okay, I think this is very important. So you cannot work alone, because we have the dam in China, right, and in Laos as well, and we don't know when they will release the water from Mekong, right? Yes. So it's caused a lot of problem in my country. So in northeast part of Thailand. So I don't think only the artificial neural network will work. You need a LSTM or recurrent neural network, definitely, and you need to install the IoT system for all of the whole countries. And what you can do is actually we have the software called NICT 11. You can search for it. Mm-hmm. Then you can model everything only for Mekong River. So in order to mitigate the flood, you have two options: the floodway and the floodplain, right? But actually, in your country, you have Tonle Sap, right? Yes. Near to Angkor Wat, and you have more Tonle here in Phnom Penh. So I think it is critical for you, because if the water flood from my country, from Laos, from China, they flood all here, and it come to here, and then if the reason that you have to do IoT is you have to calculate the flow rate. If the flow in is greater than the flow out, then you get the flooding, definitely. Yes. And it will cause trouble because all the city they situated, at the river, mainly, right? For example, in Bangkok, we have Chao Phraya River that come from north part, but for you it's come from my part, southeast of Thailand, Mekong River. So your Tonle Sap is the Mekong River basin, which is the biggest basin in I think in ASEAN, right? Yes. So I think this is very critical. So we need collaboration. I think we can talk later because we don't have time. But we can do simulation, like you use NICT 11 software for hydraulics, and also for meteorological forecast. And of course, I talked about the solar flare before that will cause flooding, the rain bomb. And yeah, I was in northeast part of Thailand, and I saw people, they got flood, and I tried to help them. But yeah, I think in ASEAN, we lack of the mitigation as well. In Thailand, they never give the notice that, oh, it's going to be flood. They say, no flood, no flood, don't worry. But then suddenly the flood come, right? And then people just, they have to, they don't know. If the government tell them before that it will be flooding, they can evacuate, right? So someone, you know, yeah, I think yeah, we can do this and we could implement this all over the world, I think. My concern is just that you have to do recurrent neural network, but just not artificial neural network. And also, of course, you need you need maybe if you know graph convolutional neural network. I don't know, but you consider the point cloud, and then you can even nowadays the weather is a very chaotic system. So they use this instead of using Navier-Stokes equation, which is nonlinear. Okay, we talk later.
Okay,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for your suggestion. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for presentation. The next topic will be flood detection and alert system for Pornes flooding region in Myanmar. Please welcome Tin Lai Lai Tian.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tin Lai Lai at the University of Computer Studies, Yangon, UCSY. Today, I'm presenting our project on flood detection and alert system for planet-threatening region in Myanmar. This system aims to mitigate the impacts of flood by using machine learning to predict risks and provide timely alert to communities. Myanmar is prone to various natural hazards, including flood, storm, earthquake, and landslide. Among these, floods are the most frequent and significant. They typically occur during the rainy seasons from June to November, causing substantial damage, particularly in rural areas around major rivers like the Ayeyarwady, Chinese, and Sita. With recurrent flood, there is a growing need for an effective early warning system. This table describes the damage lists out the Ayeyarwady township in Hindra township in at the Ayeyarwady region at 2024 and 2021. The types of damage are crowd coverage, building damage, and agricultural land damage. The total losses of 2024 and 2021 are 27 million shares and 91.27 million shares. And the problems we are addressing is the significant impacts of flood on real communities in Myanmar. And this area, especially along major river, experience flood almost every year. The consequences are severe, including loss of life, damage to properties, and destructions of seasonal crop. Moreover, there is limited access to early warning system, making it difficult for communication to take preventive measures in time. So our project targets its need for flood detection system. The increasing frequency and intensity of flood driven by climate changes and environmental factors have become a pressing concern worldwide. Communication and agriculture are facing significant threat due to unpredictable flood events. So there is an urgent need for a reliable and efficient flood detection system that can provide effective warning and to minimize the devastation caused by flood. Our goal is to develop an early warning system that can predict flood risk in real time, ensuring timely response. And this system will help protect life, safeguard agriculture, and reduce the overall impact on affected communities. And this slide shows our proposed, the overview of our proposed methods. Our proposed solution is a flood detection and alert system that uses machine learning, specifically the random forest algorithm. This system is designed to predict flood risk and send timely alert to the public and authorities. By integrating alternative data sources such as satellite data, meteorological data, historical flood data, and sensor data, we can monitor flood plains areas and provide early warning. So once a flood risk is detected, the system generates alerts that are quickly disseminated to the public. These alerts are sent through SMS, message, audio alert, and the emergency communication channel and social media platform, ensuring prompt and rapid reach. And this rapid response ensures that the public and authorities are prepared in time to mitigate potential impacts. This slide shows the comparison of the observation rainfall data of Hintana Township at Ayeyarwady region from 2019 and 2024. And this slide describes the analysis of the river level for the years 2023 and 2024, where the water levels are in the township is measured every 6 hours. This slide presents the performance of our model, our presented model, random forest model, in predicting flood event based on the rainfall data and water level. And the overall accuracy is the 90%. This model have 2 classes, non-flow event and flood event. We for non-flood event, we achieve preceding or 75%, means that when the model predicts and non-flood is what correct 75% of the time. And for flood event, the model have perfect precision as 100%. Currently, identify every positive case without any false positive. This is the benefits of our proposed system. Flood can cause the devastation damage, but with an advanced flood detection and alert system, we can be better prepared. First, the system provides timely flat alert, giving people the information they need to take action and protect their homes and families. Second, by using accurate flows prediction based on data from multiple sources like satellites, sensors, and meteorological data, the system ensures reliable forecasts. And next is enable proactive response, allowing authorities to act early and minimizing flood damage before each event. Finally, the system is adaptable to different flood regions across Myanmar. It makes a valuable tool for community at risk. With these benefits, we can save lives, protect properties, and build resilience against future floods. These are the outcomes of the system. A flood detection alert system can pass transformative events on communities and nations by improving the system preparedness, reducing economic loss, saving lives, and enhancing reliance. By integrating modern technologies such as sensors, satellites, imagery, meteorological data, and machine learning model, lies random forest. And this system can provide accurate real-time prediction that allow for timely and effective response to floods. We also work closely with local authorities and emergency response teams to ensure that critical information reaches those in need, allowing them to take appropriate action. In conclusion, the fraud detection alert system provides a partition and efficient solution to the challenges posed by recurrent flood in Myanmar. By combining widely available data sources with machine learning, we can issue timely flood alerts that enable community to respond proactively, ultimately saving lives and minimizing damage. I would like to invite you to collaborate with our project. Thank you for your attention, and please give me suggestions.
Yes, thank you for your presentation, and yes, please.
All right, thank you very much for your presentation. I think it's quite important as well, as we highlighted from the previous presentation on flood, especially around this region and because of climate change. But again, similar to, again, from the previous one as well, the data, of course, we take data from water levels and everything, but don't you need to consider the position of the moon? Because that means that will control the tide to make for a more accuracy for tide, for flood. No, just wondering.
No.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, please. Yes.
No, I'm just asking, so do you need to consider the position of the moon?
Prediction.
Because the position of the moon will control whether you're having a high tide or a low tide. and that will consequently affect the risk of floods, right? When
Yes,
you're in a high
I'm
tide?
correct the information through the satellite data, meteorological data, historical flood data, and correct these and prepare these data and feed to our model.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
So, do you have any comments or questions? Yes, please.
Shamsul from Malaysia. Just a word of caution. Machine learning AI is not like your normal software development. Again, I've seen a lot of discussion as previous work, and probably there will be a few more for the rest of the day. If development of machine learning or AI using any algorithm that is, again, is a higher level model, it just does not stop with deployment. So the deployment meaning serving the model is not like implementation of an application. So again, deployment is a very big issue. Development of the model itself is only 1/3 of the journey. So you have to be very careful when you deploy or serve the model. So there is this continuous development, continuous integration, and serving of the model. That's another 2/3. And there is also the monitoring. So I think similar comment that I've made before. So any presentation that probably in the future is also covered by this. So pay attention to the serving of the model, the deployment, and also the monitoring of the performance of the model. So the data itself need to be continuously updated for the retraining of the model later on. So that's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, yes, please.
I'm so sorry, I have to ask the question. So I saw you mentioned about Hintada, right? And you know why it got flood? Because you have the Irrawaddy river. And then in between that city, you have the mountain surrounded. And then, you know, when the flooding comes from the north part of Irrawaddy, right, it has to go downstream. But actually, you are in between the mountain. And that's why you got flooded in Hintada. So that's why, yeah, I think you're using maybe random forest or anything. Yeah, I think there are many parts. If you look, okay, I think we'll talk later. But there are many cases that there are different types of flooding. But for Hintada, it's between the mountain. And of course, the Irrawaddy river. And of course, you have the, yes, for prediction, I would suggest that you use the recurrent neural network or something. But the good thing is you integrated all the satellite meteorological sensors or something. I think it's good. And then the algorithm that you use, the random forest, you can classify which part is very sensitive to flooding and which part is not. I think it would be good for using that random forest. But for using, you know, the flooding, you can use recurrent neural network, LSTM or anything. Yeah, thank you. We can discuss later. I think we have the same problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for all presentation and audience. The time for my section is finished. So thank you all. And if you have any discussion, you can discuss in the lunchtime. Thank you.